What is art? I like big questions. I don't think there's a definitive answer. I think we get a bit hung up on the word art. Maybe we should talk about being creative beings instead of artists. Look at small children. They'll be out making things, and you never ever see them kind of stop and ask themselves, oh, am I doing this right? Or I wonder if I'm a creative being or an artist, or, it's just, they just do it. It's just inherent, I think. What I feel myself doing more and more is allowing the painting to evolve, allowing painting to come through, and me having less kind of direction in that, and more of like a call and response. The painting's calling for something, and then I'm responding to that. There are so many valid ways of approaching art making, and I feel the more the merrier, the more different ways that creative people come at their process, at their art making. The more diversity we have, the better the world will be. I've kind of come to realise it's more, for me, like a dream. So when you have a dream and then you interpret your dream later, and you may even sit with that dream for months afterwards and go, okay, now I know where that's coming from or what it's trying to tell me. I mean, there are so many moments, small epiphanies that you have, and I think one of them is an ability to really jump in without being perfect at what I'm doing. And I see that a lot of people get caught up on this. Look, the edges on her paintings, where she's ripped them, they're not even square. Like, how could she put a work out like that? And I got this little bubble of, I don't know, like just happiness that I actually could put my work out like that. And that to me it was okay. And that the imperfection of it was actually something that was valuable. So, who is to say what is perfect in art? The more willing an artist is to actually break the rules, the more open everything becomes to discovery. Sense of possibility just expands by leaps and bounds when people allow themselves to do what is not traditionally correct. I'm painting what's coming through me in that moment, whether I'm remembering something, whether I'm inspired by the physical surroundings of sitting in the garden and noticing shapes and noticing colours. The first time I went to Mexico, I was blown away by the colour that was everywhere, and I just felt it like, I don't know, I felt like I came to life. When I did start to paint, the first thing that I wanted to paint was all of that colour from the memory of my trips with Marco through Mexico and Guatemala. If I'm talking about the painting process over the course of a workshop, you could pretty much just put life in there instead. So it could be life mojo instead of paint mojo. If I wasn't Tracy Verdugo, would I do my own course? That's weird. Yeah, I think I would. I am able to kind of dissociate from myself sometimes. I don't know if that's a good thing. I think from very early on in my life, I had a desire to teach, knowing that you're doing something in the world that is reaching people and helping people. It's a cliche, I guess, but it's an important thing. It feels to me like everything that I talk about in reference to painting can also be looked at metaphorically in reference to life. Can you imagine how bland a world with no art would be?